It is a super hot day on the farm. It has been a scorcher all week. I know a while back I told you guys about this heat wave that we were having, and I thought it was hot then, but man, it is so crazy hot now, and the humidity is intense. I went out in the garden this morning and worked for about 40 minutes laying a new path. Leo helped me shovel some mulch to lay a new path. I came in and had to lay down because I was just completely overheating. And yet, my husband has been working outside every day in these temperatures. It's incredible. So there are two questions that I've been getting a lot lately in messages and comments. The first one is, what's going on with Jason and his job? Where is he working? And the second one is, what is the update on the kitchen? We ripped our kitchen out because we had discovered some mold. And so what's the update? So I'm going to address both of those questions in this video. Since we're already out here in the heat, I'm going to walk you around and show you. Our friend James, who is a tree trimmer by trade, came out here and just blessed us by taking down this big dead tree. This is, the remains that need to be cleaned up. But it took somebody who's greatly skilled. As you can see, we have a lot of buildings right here. But he and Jason worked with him. They took that tree down, so that's awesome. Now the cleanup. Then in the garden this morning, this is what Leo helped me do, that I about passed out from the heat. But this was all taken over by weeds. I think I've shown you guys in another video. So we put down paper, cardboard, and mulch here. It is hot. The garden is really suffering. We did have a rain last night, so that was helpful. But I'm at the point that I want to put more fall seeds in the ground. It's just so hot. I don't even want to be out here. So Jason has been continuing to work for his friend Tim with Tim's landscaping company. And today he's working at our house, so that's pretty awesome. They actually had some leftover flagstone from a job they did, and so Tim and Jason got it going this morning. They're making a beautiful path for the front of our house. So I'm sure this, they do a lot of different things with the job, and Jason told me this morning that he is so happy working with Tim that it's really been a blessing to him. He knew that he needed to get out of the industry he was in. There were a lot of signs in that direction, but he wasn't going to walk away from it because it was providing for our family. So whenever he was kind of...
Way more than that.
And it's where God had him right then. Yeah. But when the Lord just shut that door and this door opened, even though not everything he does is the favorite, how does this one rank on your list of favorites?
Well, so I heard him say that he doesn't like natural stone as much, and I was like, why? Like, it looks beautiful. And I'm like, now I'm messing with it. I'm like, oh, I get it. It's all undulating. It's like different. It's difficult. It's not consistent. It's not very crisp looking. It's hard to...
Sounds perfect for the Kreke house.
Yeah.
But even though this may not be his favorite particular thing, or not everything he does is the favorite, I have been really blessed as his wife because I have seen him filled with joy. That has been a gift for me, because when you are where you're supposed to be, I think that the Lord can put that joy in you, and that's what I've seen as he's worked with Tim. It's hard work. His body is tired. He knows he's not going to do this forever, but right now this is where God has him, and he has a peace and a contentment and a joy because of that. So because they're working outside and it's almost 100 degrees, they set up this canopy and a fan, and that fan is awesome. So that helps a lot. This is what the path looks like. So we're going to have cedar posts down the side to separate from the grass. I think that's the plan. And then in between this, it will be little stones. I'll walk you over here and show you. So we had some over here. You have a good crew.
We're getting there.
Good job. Sometimes it takes some convincing to get kids in the mood to work, but that's what we do. Okay, do you see these little stones? These, of course, are just kind of thrown down here in this path, but it gives you an idea of some of the stones that we're going to put in between the flagstones. Going to be beautiful. It's a new day, and I never got back to showing you the kitchen, so we are going to do that, but first the garden. Just since yesterday, the temperature has dropped so much. It feels cool and amazing out here. It almost feels like the beginnings of fall. It's wild what 24 hours can do. I've got my helpers here with me. Helpers. And we are going to pick ingredients to make tomato sauce today. I have a bunch of tomatoes already that I had been throwing in the freezer because I didn't get to them. So I thawed those out. Last night I got those out to thaw. And we're going to pick the rest of what we can find here to add to it. Make some tomato sauce today. Also, last night, as it was moving into darkness, Bella decided to come help do some cleaning up of these chard here. And so she thinned out. We had a lot of leaves that have been damaged just by the extremely hot temperatures. Yes. Okay. So she went ahead and just left the good leaves and trimmed the rest last night. And then it got really dark. She couldn't see anymore. So she had just thrown them all in this path here. We're going to gather these up and feed them to the animals. That's a marigold. Flower. You going to pick it? You might need a scissors to pick that one. That's a little bit hard. Okay, so here's our cart, guys. This is what we're going to do first. We're going to pick up all of these. Good job.
But it's too short.
You can carry it around.
I saw it.
Ev, look over here. Everett, you see all this stuff on the ground?
Yeah.
We're going to put that into here. We're going to feed the cows. Right? Yeah, you got it. Good job. Let's throw it all in there, okay? You guys, we did pretty good. Got it picked up. Lydia is saving the stalk from a chard. What are you going to use it for?
For the school.
You're going to play school. That's your pointer. Okay, let's go give this to animals, and then we'll come back and pick some tomatoes. Tomatoes.
We don't care if there's mulch in it. We just eat it all up. Mom, is this called greens? No, this is for no, Everett, don't feed them that in the white bucket. We both stand hard at the same time.
Okay.
We leave you, Mommy. Daytime then.
Now, get the basket. Now we're going to pick some tomatoes.
Where should my...
Maybe they could sit in that chair over there. Okay, so the other thing, boy, I have so much garden work to do today. This center section had kale. We ripped that out. I need to get seeds in the ground today. I can't keep putting it off because that's a time thing. We've got to go in. This area too had calendula flowers all the way down. They pretty much were done, so I pulled those out. I think I'm going to plant my cabbage seedlings in here. This area I planted up with potatoes. This whole area after we ripped everything out of here, and they are starting to come up. I kind of set this here to remind toddlers there's something here.
In the greenhouse.
What
I
did you
think it's
find?
hurt.
What is it?
But it flied some.
A little...
But
Oh.
I think it's hurt, but it can still fly.
Yeah, it looks like it's getting older. You can see as butterflies get old, they start losing the edges of their wings, and that means that they're close to the end of their life. We have a whole row of zinnias, and I have never seen so many butterflies. Never. There's just, last night I was out here at dusk, and there were dozens of big butterflies all over these flowers. It's amazing. These were all volunteers that planted themselves. And honestly, I'm sad to say this, but I'm going to have to rip some out because They are out of control. It's turned into a jungle. This was my herb bed. It has completely been taken over by all the zinnias. So we're going to have to pull some of these out so that the sunshine can get here and these things can continue to grow. It's a jungle.
I got it. Mine. Okay, we'll both carry it. No, boo, mine.
Can you each carry it together, like friends?
That's what I was trying to tell him. He wouldn't.
Another jungle area are the kids' gardens. They've been taken over by green beans mostly.
My cucumber plant.
Yep, your cucumber plant is at the end of its time. So we can plant another one for fall. Lydia harvested dozens and dozens of cucumbers off of her vine.
Mama, eat them.
You gonna eat a tomato?
Yeah.
So my first batch of squash that I planted died because of the squash bugs that we have so badly. This was a volunteer, and it has climbed up this jumble of tomato bushes, and it is still thriving. And I'm really thinking this is a key for me, that I need to plant squash in a way that they can climb. It seems like they're a lot more vulnerable to the squash bugs when they all lay on the ground, which is the way I normally allow my squashes to grow. And my cucumbers, I never have squash bug issues with my cucumbers, but I trellis those straight up, and I'm just wondering if this is a key. You can see this guy, it does have some eggs on it, but for the most part, it's strong enough. We'll see.
I thought it was this tall.
Yeah, it keeps going, doesn't it? We don't know what it is, though. It was a volunteer.
Wait,
Now,
it
over
grows
around the
that
corner,
fast?
here's another one. Another volunteer. This whole corner right here was volunteer plants. Volunteer watermelon. Then over there, that big jumbled mess that's climbing up that tomato cage, it was so heavy it knocked the cage over, but that is a pumpkin that is also surviving. So same idea there. This might just be something we have to try, huh? So we just picked, in Lydia's hand, you can see these are dried. Did you open one up? These are dried
these are
cow
beans.
peas. These are dried cow peas in Lydia's hand. So we planted cow peas, and you can eat them fresh or dried. So they grow like this. They're kind of a funny looking plant. A friend of mine had given me seeds a few years ago, and the reason that I like to grow them is because they are super hardy. They require no effort to maintain. They don't have any issues with pests that I've come across. And you don't have to water them, you don't have to do anything. They're just so resilient. And you can eat them when they're green. You can open them up and eat them kind of like you would a lima bean, I guess. Or when they're dried, they're a little bit more like a dried bean, but you don't have to soak them. They cook a lot faster. So there they go. And then the vines, when you're done, the vines are excellent for the animals. My sister Joy was here yesterday, and she brought her friend Samuel, who is originally from Africa. And he was telling me that in their garden in Africa, they have a plant that is very similar to this. He was trying to remember exactly the name of it, but he said it was really similar, and they would eat the leaves also, which makes sense because, like my sweet potato vines over there, I eat the leaves of those. We just saute those, but he said they would boil them and use them to add to other dishes. Maybe we'll have to try that. Good morning, James. You came and found us in the garden. So when you pick tomatoes, you do not have to wait for them to ripen. This is something that has really helped us because my neighbor, who was an organic gardener for a living, grew for restaurants, he said the vine ripened thing is just marketing. He said the tomato will be delicious whether it ripens in the house or on the vine. And when you remove tomatoes from your plants earlier, the plant will produce more, there'll be less stress, you have less chance of bugs coming and causing a problem at the very end or cracking. So these tomatoes will ripen beautifully. Some of these are a yellow tomato. This one kind of got forgotten, so it got to being fully ripe. That's the color those are. I guess they're like a light orange yellow. They're a pineapple tomato. This kind will turn red. This is a big paste tomato. And that's actually the kind I was going for today. They're wonderful for sauce. Found a few more cucumbers off this plant right here. Samuel brought out a visitor for us. Peekaboo! Lewis! Lewis! He's having fun. Wow. Okay, we have to go in the house because our one basket's full. Plus I have a whole skirt full. And we just have to stop harvesting. We don't have any more room. Right?
Yeah. I carried a lot. Never found one more in that white white chair.
Samuel, can you carry Lewis?
Yeah, Lily, you ready to go? Can you walk?
All right, let's go, guys.
I
I dropped a pepper. Good job, Everett. Samuel, while you're out here, I have to say I just peeked in at your quail. I haven't looked at them in a little bit. Probably a week. I can't believe how big they are.
I know. They're pretty much their full size.
Samuel had to move them out of the crate that he had them in because it was too small. Are you going to keep them in here for a while, or are you going to build something else?
Well, in like a month or so, we're getting more rabbits to fill them. So I'm going to have to build something. We have the wood. It just Pop said once he has some free time that he can help me build it, but all the wood's just sitting on the back of Leo's truck.
So you just need a little guidance because you're a pretty amazing woodworker.
Well, the hardest thing is I need to split them down to one by ones, and they're hardwood, they're oak, so it's not the easiest on that table saw.
Yeah, that
So
makes sense.
that's all I need is them cut down.
Yeah, they used to be in there, but they're not anymore.
Yeah, I threw him in jail for a 5-year penalty. We let him out easy. But
This is when the kids play Old Western. This is the jail. So the quail were in the jail for a while,
a 5-year
but
penalty.
they've been freed. They're out of the jail now.
Barely.
All right, let's go in the house, guys. Miss Lydia is going to break open the cowpeas for us.
Mom, it's like there's only 3 in every single one, but it's not.
Yep, there's a
And
lot.
the long ones, there's a ton.
Let's see how many you get in your bowl. Otis! Hi, buddy.
Mom, where's all?
This is our outside couch that the dogs pretty much claim as their own. Okay, look at the progress on this. Jason and the kids helped him too. They worked to get all of them leveled. I know it probably doesn't look much different to you guys, but each stone had to be lifted up and packed underneath so that it was completely full of this, I can't remember the name of it. It sort of has concrete dust in it, if I'm understanding this right. So it's not just sand or rock or anything, but it's actual concrete product. So they actually cut down a cedar tree from our woods. We have a lot of cedar trees. And got it on the mill. I think he's going to finish milling that with a friend tonight. Our tractor is down. So that's made a lot of things more complicated than they used to be. And putting logs on the mill used to be really easy with the tractor. Now, of course, it's not. So he's limited to trees that he can lift with another guy his size. So we have our friend Brandon coming over later today, and I think the two of them are going to lift these logs on the mill so it can be cut into 6 by 6. Is that what they said? Yes, Lydia?
Where are the ones I already did in the garden?
They just got dumped out on the table with everything else. We'll find them after you're done with these.
Okay.
So we'll have those boards as a border, and then of course the little pretty rocks on the inside, like these little, hold on. These kind of little rocks will be inside. We're going to slowly gather them as they have them left over from different jobs. They'll go in the cracks. Okay. So the question might be, why are we starting a project like this when the kitchen isn't done, as you're going to see? And the problem is that the kitchen is at a pause because Jason milled some walnut. I wanted a really rich wooden countertop. And so we're going to make a wooden countertop that's sealed with an epoxy to make it water resistant. He used a walnut log that he had here. And actually one day another friend dropped off his skid steer a little bit for us to borrow. I think it's a skid steer, right? Is that what it's called? A little mini one, and it had the prongs that could lift the logs, so he was able to mill that up. However, it has to dry a little bit before it's used. So it's in our greenhouse right now. We closed the door to the greenhouse and we're letting it dry. We have a moisture meter. So that kind of put the kitchen project on hold. I can't do the tile or anything else until that countertop is done, which is fine. It's functional. It's just not fancy. So they shifted to this project because these materials came available, and I've wanted a path here for a long time. It's just a cosmetic thing. It's not, of course, necessary for survival, but I sure enjoy it. So that's the project in the meantime. Good morning, Benjamin. We just came in from the garden and we picked some cowpeas.
Mom said I could do this by myself.
Benny, did you just wake up with joy in your heart?
Benny, Mom said I could do this myself.
Should we pick some for Benjamin to join you with?
Just not too much.
Just not too much, okay. Uh-oh, I hear baby crying. So if you didn't see our last video, we discovered mold in our kitchen and we ripped out all of the bottom cabinets and part of the wall, and now we're slowly putting it back together. So this is the makeshift state of things, and it's functioning just fine. Like I told you, we have, you know, pretty things that we're wanting to do, and also water security kind of things. Water security? I don't want the leak to happen again, basically. Because what we determined is that it was actually the grout had weakened, was part of the problem, and so water was dripping down behind, and we had an under the sink cabinet that was getting all wet. Okay, so changes. These are different cabinets. We found them on Facebook Marketplace. I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on this project. You know, none would be preferable, but we had to spend some. This cabinet base was free on Facebook Marketplace. It's low right now because it needs to be put up on its base, just like this cabinet is. So that's why it looks kind of funny. We set this little piece of leftover marble that we had just for now, because all of these will have those real pretty wooden countertops. And then I bought paint, so all of this will be painted the same color, including the wall is real dingy and needs to be painted. This was also a cabinet from Facebook Marketplace. They were getting rid of it because it was brand new, but it doesn't have a drawer or door on the right because it was supposed to be a corner, I guess. Good job. So it was supposed to be a corner that would meet something else. And at first I thought, well, no problem, because I want to make a pull-out trash can there. So we'll just put that in that space. But I've since decided to put the trash can over on the other side of this cabinet. So now I need to find out where this thing is from and purchase a drawer and door, so that this can be a normal drawer and door set on both sides. And then I still have the handles that I saved that all matched, so they look like this, these kind of handles. And so we can replace all of these and put handles on those if we wish, and they'll all match. So that's all things for the future. Now, as far as the sink, we found this really cool sink on Facebook Marketplace. I bought that months ago when Jason found it because I just really liked that sink. So I was going to put the cabinets, or the drawers actually is what we had before, underneath. But I'm kind of thinking I would like it open. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts on this. What I'm thinking, will make a cute base, of course. They just literally hobbled this thing together to get it standing so that I could wash dishes. So some type of cute base. And I have extra flooring, so we could finish the floor all the way through. I'm thinking that I just would feel more comfortable having this open air rather than closing it in a cabinet again, because we use our kitchen so much. I mean, the chance of water getting down in there again is I feel like it could happen because we just use it so much. So if we just had it open air, I don't know, maybe I'm just being crazy, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. I have one little basket here that I have just different rags in that are quick because we have spills all the time with toddlers. They threw my dust mitts in there too, but you know, that kind of idea. And then this is just random stuff that I haven't put in place yet because I'm still figuring this out. I did put my food processor and my wheat grinder, and there's a blender up in there. But other than that, that's it. I haven't really organized in there yet. So those are my thoughts. Open cabinet. In here, we have these all filled. I need to attach this somehow because it slides every time I open it. We have our baking drawer like we did before. Towels and washcloths and bibs in this one. And then down here is just a bunch of kid cups and random things that they throw in there all the time. So, along the back here, I've already purchased white tile. I think it's 3 by 5 or something like that. They're hefty sized white tiles. So I've got everything we need to do that. So that will be the whole backsplash. Also, Jason is going to put up, boy, I need to have him tell you the name of it. It's some type of concrete type backing board that the tile sticks really well to, and it's water resistant. So that will go behind. And then, oh, and I also have another soap dispenser. This broke off of our old soap dispenser, so I have another one to put in the countertop. The shelves we kept the same. As you can see, that is all the same there because that was working well for us. So we just popped those things right back up there after we cleaned the walls behind. And yeah, I think it's going to work really well. You know, part of me is really glad that we had a water issue because I wanted to do something different here, but it wasn't a priority. It was never a priority to do something just for cosmetic reasons. So this way I'll kind of get what I want and we fixed the water problem as well. So it's a win-win. I got to get these kids some breakfast. We got up early and going and they haven't eaten and it's 9 after 9. So that's not a good plan. So we're going to make some food right now and then we're going to start preserving the harvest that we brought in from the garden.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Doe, a deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Far a long, long way to run. One thing I wanted to show you guys is that we got a diffuser from Hopewell Oils to help get rid of the mold. So I had years ago, even before we moved here, I had read about specifically their plague defense, which is a combination of oils. This is a very high quality company that we were told about through a renowned holistic doctor here in St. Louis. A friend of mine was one of her clients and then she passed on the information to us. It's just a small family owned company and they are precious people and sell really high quality oils. Anyway, they've done some tests on their plague defense and found that it could, let's see, I'm going to quote this, you know, with my memory. It was a very high number. I believe it was over in the 90 percentiles that it could kill airborne mold or mold spores that are loose whenever it's being run. So this diffuser breaks things down on a molecular level. You know, some diffusers, you just put some drops of oil in water and it makes the air smell nice, but that's not what we're talking about. This is a different kind of diffuser. So we got just their baseline. We had bought one, I don't know, probably 10 years ago and finally wore it out. And so we got another one. This is it's called Breeze is the name of it. It doesn't have a timer or anything, but it's a lot more economical. And so all you do is you put this down into the bottom of your oil bottle, screw it on. Here's a little, oopsie, there's a little empty one they sent you so you can show how. I'm not going to run this when Lewis is around because it's really strong, so I just run it when he's not here. This one has cinnamon and other things that are very, very strong smell. And then there's this nice little base. We didn't have this on our old one, but that helps your bottle to stand up when it's running so it doesn't tip over. And that's it. You just turn it on. We do like 15-20 minutes at a time. and it will actually kill the mold if there's any residual mold, and purify your air and help with sickness and all that. So that's pretty cool. Hopewell oils, if you just look up online, if you look up, come here, Hopewell oils, you'll find them. I have some things to put in the dehydrator. These first 2 trays are celery tops. I have never tried this before. These came out of our garden. I'm going to dry them and powder them, mix them with salt, and see if I can make my own kind of celery salt seasoning. I also have some trays of basil. We just pulled the leaves right off of the stems, and this will be turned into basil for cooking with this winter. I saved some of it to throw in the spaghetti sauce that I'm making right now, but the rest is going in the dehydrator. You know what? I might just chop up these. I have these okras that are way too big. I was going to throw in the pig bucket, but maybe I'll chop those and put them in the dehydrator, because I like to keep a jar of dehydrated okra in the pantry for in the winter. If you make a soup that's too thin, you can throw some okra in and it will help thicken it up.
Something with this, Mom.
My boys have collected a ridiculous amount of fishing stuff.
I'm gonna catch something with this, Mom.
This probably isn't even all of it, huh?
Mom, I'm going for shark.
They're getting ready to head down to the neighbor's creek.
Yeah, Mom.
He's so kind that he lets them come and fish
Mom,
or play.
we're using these type of ones. I mean, there was a bass that could probably swallow this.
No.
You don't really catch much down there, but it's fun, right?
Yes, we do. We catch everything we catch is down there, except for in the one pond. But
Silas's dream is to go to some big dog fishing place, huh?
yeah, we caught a half-pound smallmouth down there in the
Yeah,
creek.
I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it was 0.6, so a little over a half-pound. I've caught one that I didn't weigh that wasn't as big, but
What's your dream fishing experience? What would you want to do?
I don't know. Deep sea fish,
Boy.
something like black marlin or something.
Oh, wow.
They get big, so.
Test the end. Are you good at the onions? No, I never about this that fine.
This tomato sauce recipe that I'm making is so easy because I don't peel the tomatoes or chop anything. I just take the tomatoes, I cut out the cores, and I take peppers, and cut out the seeds, and onions, garlic, and I just chop them into big chunks, and I throw everything in a blender, and I just keep blending and then dumping it all together into this pot. And this recipe is for about 3 gallons is the rest of this. So after I have 3 gallons of this mixture, tomatoes, peppers, onions, garlic, and I'm not even very particular. Whatever I have, that's what I use. Once I have about 3 gallons of it, then I add these other ingredients here. Let me pull it out of this plastic so you can see better. After I have about 3 gallons of this, then I add these ingredients, just a moment. I add these ingredients and then I kind of simmer it all together. Put it in the jars and water bath can it, and that's it. It's so doable. So doable. What's the matter? Did James rescue you?
Yeah.
Lewis has become a climber. He climbs up on anything he can. He doesn't walk yet, but he climbs, and now he wants to stay climbing. What's the matter? Maybe we should feed him a little more.
No, he just wants to climb more.
You want to climb? You want mama?